15-day tournament. The last day is called Senshuraku, which means delights of 1,000 autumns. And as always, at the beginning of the top division, 6 divisions in sumo altogether, you see the top men come in and do their ring entering ceremony, and this is, of course, the all-important one. It's the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri. There are 2 styles of this, the Unryu style and the Shiranui style. And this is the Unryu style, the Cloud Dragon style. Slight differences in the way they put their arms out or to the chest and the way the bow is tied at the back there. The bow, that's to say the butterfly-shaped knot behind the belt. So let's go into our opening bout. On the 15th day, Oginishiki fights Tamakasuga. 7 wins already for Oginishiki, 7 wins for Tamakasuga. The winner here will get Kachikoshi. So a lively opening bout. They both want this win here. Means money to them. Nice balletic turn there from Oginishiki. Survives it, turns round, comes in close. Both wrestlers pushing in hard to the upper body, neither looking for the belt. That's Oginishiki there, goes for a one-sided grip, 2 hands on round. He loses it. That was the beginning of the end for him. Switched 2 arms to one of Tamakasuga's arm, and he lost his balance really, and Tamakasuga kept him off balance and bundled him out with okuridashi. So let's push from behind win there. Kachikoshi for Tamakasuga. Now Tochinonada, 9 wins, doing well against Kyokutenho with 7 wins. Certainly Kyokutenho needs this one. He's a tricky wrestler. He comes out, gets his long arms in, but Tochinonada doesn't give him a chance. Leans into him, gets Kyokutenho's weight going backwards, and then continues to nudge him out with those belly thrusts and over the edge. So Makikoshi for Kyokutenho, and Tochinonada already guaranteeing his place on the rankings in the Bansuke. Now Tochisakai fights Minatofuji. These 2 have only ever fought once before. Tochisakai won that one, and there he is, wins again. So on the final day, that's 8 wins for Tochisakai. Good result for this newcomer, 8 wins in his early Makuuchi Basho. And that was 7th loss for Minatofuji. So Minatofuji at Maegashira 13 there, hanging on in there. He won't get demoted with that result. And certain promotion for Tochisakai. Aminishiki on the left fights Toki. Toki's only had 1 Kachikoshi so far this year. And that was his 6th win against 9 losses. So for him, only 1 good result this year. And Aminishiki there suffering from his injuries, chalking up his 14th loss. Only 1 win for Aminishiki in this whole Kyushu tournament. Takatoriki, the mean machine, Mr. Face Slapper, fights Tamanonada. Well, it was a full start there. 2 hands have got to go down, have got to pause, and then go straight into the tachi-ai. So shikiri is the crouch down, tachi-ai is the start, as it were. Then when the bodies slam into each other, that's the atari. If it's a head into the chest or whatever, that's tamazuki. And if it slaps and thrusts, it's tsupari or harite. So Tamanonada wins that one at Maegashira 14. That's his 7th win, but it's chances are he'll be demoted down to the Juryo division. So it'll be a 7-8 final performance for him. Tosanoumi against Kotoryu. Both these wrestlers in at 7-7, 7 wins, 7 losses. So they both need this final win. This is the way it's cunningly worked out. You get to the last day and they, quite often you get wrestlers matched like this and they desperately need to win. That's it, a win for Kotoryu, hustles Tosanoumi over the edge. So Kachikoshi for Kotoryu and Makikoshi for Tosanoumi. Because these wrestlers, their life's a busy one. They don't just fight these basho, they go off on tours in between bashos. And they put on performances that are very much like this. They're not quite got the tension of these, what they call the hon basho, the main basho. But they have to fight. And they travel around. It's very tiring for them. So a life of constant training, fighting, personal appearances. So Kyokushuzan on the left. Another tentative start. We don't see those leg grabs he used to do against Hamanoshima. And a moment of doubt there from Kyokushuzan. Wondered who'd got it, but Hamanoshima gets the nod. So that's fourth win for Hamanoshima. Not too good a result, but at Maegashira 2, he's okay. He's safe enough. And Kyokushuzan at Maegashira 3 is also safe, as far as the rankings for the next tournament go. Kotonowaka against Higonoumi. These two have had 15 head-to-heads before. Higonoumi's won 8 of them. Kotonowaka looking quite strong this tournament. He's had 7 wins so far. The win here will give him his kachikoshi. Higonoumi there, settling in with 2 hands. Morozashi, that's 2 hands in on the inside. Hasn't quite got his grip. Of course, these rikishi are good at breaking grips. Moashi they call it, cutting the hand off the moashi. So Kotonowaka there wins that one with yorikiri, and that's his 8th win and kachikoshi. 10 losses for Higonoumi. Now Akinoshima faces Chiyotenzan. Akinoshima not doing too well. Both wrestlers around the 150 kilo mark. Akinoshima further across the line, faster off the mark. Their slides there. Some of these bashos are noted for their slippery surfaces. Depends quite often what type of sand is used. The size of the grain of sand can affect the slipperiness of the result. It's quite a game of chance, really. Sumo, there's injuries, of course, slippery surfaces. And it's over in seconds. They've got to come out like rockets. And quite easy to slip up in the opening seconds of a bout. Kaiho here against Wakanosato. Wakanosato with 8 wins. Kaiho with 8 wins. Both comfortable as far as their rankings go. You see a quick tachi-ai start there from Kaiho. He just had one hand down and he made a sort of perfunctory pop down with the other hand. So he gets his left arm in deep and tries to turn Wakanosato around, but Wakanosato weathers that one. And he keeps Kaiho on the run there. Kaiho struggling and gets spun over on the edge. Sukuinage throw, we've seen a number of those this basho so far. 2 arms round the body and then a flip over. Bit like a hineri, that's a twist. Sometimes these sumo techniques, these kimarite, merge into each other as far as descriptions go. So Wakanosato with his 9th win and a tournament prize. Prizes, of course, are not announced till after the basho, but you can generally tell from their results whether they're going to get a prize or not. Now, Wakanoyama against newcomer Tochinohana. Tochinohana with 3 wins only, Wakanoyama with 5, so it's evens, more or less, between these two. Neither doing particularly well this tournament. Tochinohana hustling, his style very reminiscent of the great Kotonishiki who retired recently, that kind of hustling, side-to-side moving style. See the shoulders moving there as he goes from side to side, but Wakanoyama is locking him off. He's trying that overarm throw there, that kotenage. Transfers to a push. Tochinohana hanging in on the edge there. Nice lively bout, this one. Now Wakanoyama trying that kime-dashi hold underneath it. He's locking in 2 arms underneath, loses it as Tochinohana manages to free one arm. There's that arm breaking. Now you can see the effect of that. He gets it, he gets the kotenage, and you saw there Tochinohana grimacing with pain as he hit the deck. You either go down or your arm breaks, and it's no exaggeration, those arms do break. Now this is the Yobidashi calling his, probably his last basho. There's the chief Yobidashi and the Tate Gyoji. Both the men will be retiring after this basho. been in the ring, as it were, in their functions, respective functions, for a very long time. Let's cut to the action, though. It's Kotomitsuki. He needs to win this one. If he wants to stay in with a chance of a playoff, he needs to win this one. Akebono needs to lose his one, then it'll be a playoff. But Kotomitsuki certainly has got to win this one. And this is the final Musashigawa wrestler he's got to beat to clean up the lot of them. And there he gets behind, and he does it. Kotomitsuki maintains his winning run. It's 13-2 for him on the final day, and he'll be hanging on nervously, waiting for the outcome of the Akebono match. And that's it. He's dealt with all the Musashigawa wrestlers in this tournament. Outstanding, really. Now that Kotomitsuki certainly will almost, well, not almost, certainly will get prizes. So it's just a matter of which ones. Now Takanonami, Futogoyama stable, once the dominant stable, fighting Miyabiyama from the Musashigawa stable, also, well, not also now the dominant stable, except not doing too well this tournament. And there's the overarm. Now that looked like another kotenage. Well, we've seen two in a row there, virtually. It's the arm breaking throw. See the difference between that and judo? Judo, you're not allowed to throw off an arm lock. They reckon it's too dangerous. Well, in sumo, they don't bother with that. They just throw, and if the arm goes, that's tough luck. So Takanonami there wins, 6 wins. Dejima, Chiyotenzan, the two Ozekis. They fought each other 13 times. Chiyotenzan's won 8 of them. Now that was a hard start from Dejima. Came out like a rocket, cracked into Chiyotenzan. Chiyotenzan making all the going, I should say. And Lou lost it at the end there. He had the winning of Dejima, and Dejima just managed to twist off at the end there, and that was enough. And there's a nice chunk of prizes, and of course the symbolic arrows that go for the first of the Senshuraku wrestlers to win. So it's hikiotoshi win there for Dejima. That's 9 wins for him. That levels him up with Chiyotenzan, who already had 9 wins. Not brilliant performances from these two. Well, it's great sumo on this last day. Nobody knows who the winner's going to be yet. And we're seeing all this 3 yokozuna and the 5 ozekis fighting off against each other. It's Takanahana. Now there's another kotenage, another arm lock throw attempt from Kaiho, but Takanahana survived that one. Takanahana drives in, and a return of the old yokozuna's flair there. He was kept on the run with that kotenage attempt from Kaiho, but he survived it, and he came back and he forced Kaiho out for yorikiri. So 11 wins and 4 losses for Takanahana, and 11 wins and 4 losses for Kaiho. So those two have leveled up as far as the final result goes. Now this is the man, this is the last bout he will ever referee in sumo. It's the Tate Gyoji. That means the chief gyoji of the Shikimori line, 2 lines of referee that go back. And this is the bout, this is the decider. If Akebono loses this one, it will be a playoff between him and Kotomitsuki. But these two have fought 37 times. Akebono has won 21 of them. But it's not really the overall score that counts, it's who's won what in the last year, the last 6 basho, and certainly it's evens as far as that goes. Akebono with 13 wins, Musashi Maru out of the running for the cup, but this will decide the outcome of the bout. Measured start, careful start from both wrestlers. Some slaps there from Musashi Maru, slightly unusual for him. He doesn't go for slaps to the face, and Akebono's driving in with his stomach. He's pushing in hard. Musashi Maru's hanging on the edge. There's not a lot of weight difference between these two, a mere 15 kilos. And that's it. Akebono takes it. Akebono drives Musashi Maru over the edge with yorikiri. 14 wins and 1 loss for Akebono and the Emperor's Cup. This is his 2nd tournament win in a row. Now this is an amazing comeback for the yokozuna. It wasn't so long ago he was thinking of retiring. And here he is winning yet another tournament, 11 tournament wins so far, which puts him into the ranks of the great yokozuna. Yokozuna who win, or wrestlers, they don't have to be yokozuna, who win over 10 bouts are generally regarded as yokozuna, great yokozuna. So there it is, hovering on the edge. You can see the clash of stomachs. 237 kilos of akebono, 215 kilos of Musashi Maru. That's well over 1,000 pounds of fighting muscle and fat, let it be said, struggling on the edge there, and there it goes. Musashi Maru couldn't do it. And so there we go, there's the winner, top right, Musashi Maru, Akebono, correction there, Akebono the winner with 14 wins. Couldn't quite get Zensho, which means 15 straight wins, not many wrestlers get that. And there you see Musashi Maru Takanohana, very similar, and the clutch. All the rest there, mix of results all the way down to the bottom of the Maegashira ranks. Prizes went to Kotomitsuki. He picked up prizes in all the divisions. He got the Fighting Spirit prize, the Outstanding Performer prize, and the Technique prize. And that was a clean sweep. That's a bit of history there for a wrestler in his first Makauchi tournament. And here's the Emperor's Cup, the Shihai. And he comes forward for the 11th time in his sumo career to collect this cup from the head of the Sumo Association, Tokitsukaze. And there's this huge cup, a massive cup, 39 kilos, a massive cup for a massive wrestler. And there's the support group, Akebono Koen Kai, doing the traditional banzai, banzai, banzai. And there's his family. So the Yusho, the win for Akebono. Outstanding Performer prize, Kotomitsuki and Wakanosato. Well, Wakanosato got the prize, as we predicted, at 9-6. He's certainly come back from his injuries. And Fighting Spirit prize for Kotomitsuki, and Technique prize for Kotomitsuki. And then, here in Fukuoka, in Kyushu, Toki acts as the flag bearer for Akebono. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back with the Hatsubasho in the new year. This is Sid Hall from Kyushu. Take care.